mystery and intrigue. Mystery and intrigue in that here comes Caplette. How many times have we seen an underdog come in and take the favorite out? Well, we don't know what he's got. He's a guy that's got a 20-2 record, but who has he fought? So for Ramos, a day of mystery and intrigue. For Caplette, a day of opportunity.
And the fight doctor had an opportunity to talk with Caplette earlier today.
Does it bother you to fight as high a caliber of fighter as Ramos?
No, I don't. I feel confident in that respect. You know, if I'm going to be good enough to fight anybody in the world, it's time to start right now. So this will be a proving ground.
All right, if you're going to get past this crossroad in your life, how are you going to fight a fine boxer puncher like Ramos?
Well, just going to have to be a fine boxer puncher like I am. You know, just going to have to fight him my fight instead of letting him cut off the ring. You know, do what he wants to do. I'm going to have to try and upset him a little bit.
So the matchup out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Wayne Caplette, the veteran, going against the stylish 21-year-old out of New York City, Alex Ramos. His heroes. Visiting with his friends in the pinstripes, who have been playing well recently following the slow start.
First in the red corner,
Alex Ramos, 21 years old.
He is wearing white trunks.
Inch height advantage on the Canadian Wayne Caplette. But Caplette with the 5-inch reach advantage. Alex Ramos ranked number 10 in the recent rankings by Ring Magazine. Marvin Hagler, of course, on top, followed by Simpson, Fletcher, Hanshaw, Davison, Obama Hayes, Hitman Hearns, Seals, Mays, James Hard Rock Green, and then Alex Ramos. We will see James Green going up against Teddy Mann on Sports World coming up starting at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's pick up the introductions in the ring.
Bomber Alex Ramos. Ramos. 10 rounds, Joe Cortez, the referee.
And the referee, Joe Cortez.
New Jersey State Athletic Commission, I'm here to enforce them. When I say break, I want you both to break clean. If there's a knockdown, whoever scores a knockdown, go to the farthest neutral corner and stay there until I signal you out. 3 knockdown rule has been waived. Watch your low punches, your kidney punches, and your rabbit punches. Is that understood? Okay, shake hands, come out fighting at the bell.
And they're set to get it on, scheduled for 10. Middleweights Wayne Caplette and Alex Ramos. Caplette from Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada, an electrician by trade. He's 20-2, 14 by knockout. Had an outstanding amateur record, 67-5, was a 2-time Canadian middleweight champion as an amateur.
He's also a marathon runner,
right,
which he may well need today. Right off the bat, he's opened up surprisingly as an aggressor. He's throwing the jabs. All very tentative right now at the beginning.
Alex Ramos not one to waste punches. We last saw him on NBC in an impressive performance against Roberto Sabater. Alex using his left jab very well that bout, and showing much patience, which has been his style.
His jab is opening up here like a cannon. If he is indeed going to be called a Bronx Bomber, he's really going to take after him with that terrific jab.
Ramos' last bout, April 19th, 5th round knockout of Jim Baker. And further, his power has improved. He has built himself up these last couple of years.
He has gone nice and slowly. Georgie Benton, one of the great boxing heads right now. He was great in the ring, and he's proving himself a great trainer outside with a great deal of patience, showing him how to do it. And every fight, you see a measure of improvement in Ramos. Right now, he's opening up with a very strong first round because he's throwing some very hard leather here.
Caplette's last bout, late January in Halifax, lost a 12-round decision. Ralph Hallett for the Canadian middleweight title. His only other loss to Eddie Milo in Montreal back December of 1980.
Ramos does not neglect defense. He covers up nicely, and it's very difficult to get to him with clean shots.
That is by virtue of working his way through the George Benton School of Boxing Technique.
Certainly is. No one ever hit Benton very cleanly.
Opening round scheduled for 10. Marv Albert along with the fight doctor, Freddie Pacheco from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Atta baby, get right up there.
Ramos establishing a terrific jab to begin with. That pays off in the later rounds as it wearies the opponent and gets him just looking for that left hand. As Bodini in Ali's corner used to say, snake lick him, and that's what it is. Makes him look like a snake. He just keeps looking at that left hand and then he gets hit by the right.
And we are final seconds of this first round.
Go to the belly, Ramos.
The Bronx Bomber, Alex Ramos, coming out of his corner. This is round 2. Wayne Caplette in the white trunks. Alex Ramos in the pinstripe.
They're telling Ramos not to back up, to stand right there. The guy's standing right in front of you. And he sure is. He's standing right there. There's no desire to have any evasive motion. He's not moving away from him. He's standing right in front of Ramos.
Good combination by Ramos. And landing with the straight left hand. Tried the right. Oh, good left again by Alex Ramos.
He is sharp with his punching today. They're sharp and they're very hard.
And that Wayne Caplette grew up in Winnipeg. He was on skates at an early age, but he says hockey was too rough a sport for him. So he decided to take up boxing.
I agree with him. Boxing is much more gentle sport than hockey. At least the ones I've seen you televise.
Don't wait.
And the left hand thrown by Caplette. Ramos trying to counter.
Caplette standing almost flat-footed in front of him, trying to get leverage, trying to get those punches in there, but he doesn't seem to punch as sharply, nor with the strength that Ramos does.
Caplette looking to utilize movement. Said he wanted to upset the game plan of Ramos. So we're not seeing the usual brawling style of Wayne Caplette.
That's his idea of movement. I'd hate to think of what no movement is. He's been standing right in front of him without moving at all.
All right, let him go. Come on. Get on it.
Come on, right back in the left hand. It's right there. Get on.
And less than a minute left in the second round.
Lumping body shots
Right back.
by Ramos.
Oh, left hand, Caplette down.
2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Caplette up at 9. The left hand by Ramos putting him down in the second round. And as you see, 25 seconds left in the round. Left hand by Caplette, just looking to survive the second round.
And that left hand looked like it rocked Ramos back temporarily. He's back on the attack, but it set him off. That left hand kept Ramos off of him. Good hook by Ramos. Nose of Caplette bleeding. He might have broken it in that last exchange.
All right, go. Get those arms out. Come on, punch out of there. Let's go. Punch out.
Alex Ramos that put Wayne Caplette down in the second round.
And that was a tremendous sweeping hook. But I must say, Caplette showed me like a veteran. He stayed down to the full 9, got up in control of himself, was able to hold off Ramos with a good stinging hook that had Ramos blinking. What a crafty guy.
Caplette claims that he has never been knocked down. I asked if he's ever been down at all. He said he tripped a couple of times. I don't think there was any question about the knockdown that we just saw.
I think we just established another first in the life of Wayne Caplette.
Come on, right back.
Thunderous body punching, which is exactly what set up the punch that knocked down Wayne Caplette. Caplette fighting inside very nicely. Good veteran moves, little uppercuts on the inside. He's not laying down and dying.
As you say, good recovery by Caplette following the knockdown.
A little blood coming from the nose of Ramos now. He has bloodied Ramos's nose.
Straight left, right on target by Alex Ramos.
What a jab on Alex Ramos.
Go right back to the left hand.
And And again, the blood flowing from the nose of Wayne Caplette.
They tested that nose in the corner to see if it was broken, but it didn't appear to be. Ramos in a little bit of trouble here.
Caplette with the combination, stinging Alex Ramos.
Ramos stunned and stopped fighting. Caplette put in some stinging blows.
Left hand by Ramos. It's been a good action opening 3 rounds, a minute remaining.
Oh, this Caplette can sting you. That's twice he stung Ramos, and Ramos just stopped and looked at him. This time he looked like he was in trouble.
Caplette has come up with 14 knockouts in his 20 victories. He's 20-2 coming in. Alex Ramos is 14-0, 9 by knockout.
Nice move with his head, just then butted Ramos neatly. He's doing everything to Ramos a veteran can do. Little uppercuts inside, butting him. He's doing everything he can do. And stiff jab is making a bloody mess of Wayne Caplette's face, but Caplette keeps coming back.
Put that hand out there.
And we are final seconds. Round 3.
1, 2, 3.
The round has concluded.
6, 7, 8, 9.
And Caplette able to get up. The bell cannot save the fighter here in the state of New Jersey, so Cortez gave it the count. And we'll be back with round 4 right after this word. Wayne Caplette put down in the final seconds of round 3 by Alex Ramos. And again, Ferdy Caplette waiting for the count of 9. Under control and able to make his way back up. Second time he's been put down after he had Ramos in trouble earlier, 3rd round.
And asking a corner if he wants to continue, he does. His corner did not say anything to him between rounds except it's awful tough out there.
Yes.
That's hardly what you want to hear from your corner guy.
Keep him right there. Keep him right there.
Although Caplette fought back very effectively and seemingly hurt Ramos in the 3rd round.
Come on, get out, get out.
He gave Ramos quite a test in that 3rd round, but Ramos came back and pulled it back with that resounding knockdown. Had that happened earlier, he could not have survived the round. Minute's rest seemed to have done something to Caplette because he's fighting again. Tough Canadian. Tough nut, this kid. Oh, those hooks by Ramos are just thunderous. Alex, absolutely deadly.
And as we mentioned earlier, has really picked up on his punching power. Now has the muscular chest, massive arms, and the amateur, the question on Ramos was the weak chin. That was a question mark, and he was stung earlier.
He's stung, but he fights back. That's what you got to go with. What do they do after they're stung? Alex just shakes it off and keeps on coming. I think he's ready for top 10 competition, but right now he's got Wayne Caplette in front of him.
Ramos able to cover up on the left hook attempt by Caplette, then comes back with the left.
Ramos knows he's in total control, knows he's just waiting for that hard combination that will end this fight. And so he's ready to cover up and let Wayne do all of that fighting that's meaningless right now.
Oh, left hook by Ramos.
Oh, the punches by Ramos are very devastating and very heavy.
Less than a minute remaining of this 4th round. The Bronx bomber, Alex Ramos, has been throwing bombs. He has put Caplette down twice, once in the 2nd and then final seconds of the 3rd round. Oh, what an exchange.
Great hook by Caplette, but then a counter by Ramos.
Come on, stay right there.
And we approach 15 seconds left this action-packed fourth round.
Again, Caplette taking his lumps just as the round is about to end. 8 seconds left.
Wait, get off!
And that'll do it for round 4. And this is round 5 as you watch Alex Ramos come out. Let's take a listen to the corner of Alex. You'll hear the voice of George Benson.
Look, stay on top of the guy. You understand what I'm saying to you? Now, don't keep backing off this guy. You know what I mean? You're giving him too much room.
Sage advice, don't keep backing off this guy, but I didn't see too much backing up. Let me tell you, they've both been standing there.
Let's go again.
The only thing that Ramos does is lets the other guy get started and waits for his opportunity, then lands those crunches. So far, every round has been his decisively. He is totally in command. And he's, again, Wayne Caplette is looking like a guy that's standing under a roof that's ready to collapse. It's just a question of when it's going to fall apart on him.
Caplette has gone down twice. He's 28 years old from Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada, has the decisive reach advantage, 5 inches on Alex Ramos, who is looking to extend his unbeaten record. He's 14-0, 9 by knockout. And down goes Caplette for the 3rd time.
And this time, he's not going to make it up so easy. It's going to be all over.
Well, that is the case, as the referee, Joe Cortez, says no more. Alex Ramos has stopped Wayne Caplette in the 5th round with another impressive display by Ramos, who has come up with his 10th knockout. He is now 15-0, taking out the veteran Wayne Caplette. So for Caplette, his 3rd defeat in 23 professional fights, and Alex Ramos continues his brilliant professional career, showing that left hook, which has been noted as his best punch, laying it on Caplette in the 2nd round, coming up with the 1st knockout. This is what ended it. Caplette again trying to get up, but that was it. So Alex Ramos with the victory, the Bronx Bomber, extending his record to 15-0. A reminder,
Came out vicious from the 1st round on. Was that by intention?
Well, you know, I want to prove to the people that I'm a mean fighter and I can really go out there and fight. It was new. The guy was tough, the Canadian. I figured he would be tough, and it was just good work. He stung me once, and...
Well, let's talk about that a minute. You not only stung, you look like you stopped fighting there for about 30 seconds.
Well, I did. I was catching myself. I was off balance, and he caught me with a good shot, so I figured let me get myself together and get right back on target and started fighting.
Now, commission doctor tells me that he thinks he has a concussion. The last knockdown was really a pretty violent knockdown. I didn't think he could get up from that.
I didn't think so neither. I started to see him when he counted 8 and he was up on his knees, and I said, wow, you know, this guy is going to stand up again. So I figured I had to keep on going and working.
All right, last thing. He's ready for top 10 competition. Where do you go from here?
Well, look, you eliminate Hagler, and then it's a free-for-all. Alex fits right in. He's ready to go into the top 10 in the world. We're ready as soon as we can start making some matches with the top 10 in the world.
All right, Lou Duva.